It's time for the entertainment news now. Angela Bishop's here. Let's welcome her in.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Ange.
So,
Gosh, you've got so much for us. We'll start off. The autopsy results are back on Peaches Geldof.
Yes, this is interesting. It's actually, the inquest is taking place tonight, British time. So what's happened is the Times newspaper of London has actually leaked the results of the toxicology report on the front page of the paper this morning. They have revealed she died of a heroin overdose, which will be announced in the inquest later tonight. But this brings up a whole lot of questions. Initially, the police said her death on April 7. She was 25 years old. She was found at home with baby Fedra, 11 months old, by her side. They initially said her death was unexplained and sudden, which means that the usual drug paraphernalia that you find around an overdose was missing. And so there's going to be an investigation into what happened there. The inquest will then be adjourned to July 16 for a full inquest so that all of the players can come and testify. So there's a lot more questions yet to be answered. But the terribly sad thing is, of course, her own mother, Paula Yates, died of a heroin overdose in 2000 with Tiger Lily by her side, who was then 4. And it's a very, very sad case of history repeating.
I wonder if there's any connection to the fact that she did send out, just not long before she died, a photograph of herself as a baby with her mother.
Aged 4.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to remember, Angela, her kids were with her when she died?
Sorry, which one? Peaches or
Peaches,
Paula?
sorry.
Her younger one, Fedra, the 11-month-old, was. Her elder one was with her husband.
Father, yeah.
This is so sad that a family that has so much money and connections to the best help, that's the way it ends.
Yep.
And cycle continues. Sad news as well about Bob Hoskins passing away, and you actually interviewed him once.
I did interview him. It probably wasn't the highlight on his showreel, probably wasn't top of his IMDb rating list. It was a movie called Made in Manhattan with Jennifer Lopez and Ray Fiennes.
That wasn't so bad.
It was cute. Yeah, but compared to Mona Lisa and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you know, the list goes on. He's probably not the one he sort of first announced, but it was a fun movie, and he was absolutely hilarious. The interview in the junket room was, as usual, 4 minutes, you know, ridiculously short. But as we were leaving, he was nipping into the fire escape for a quick ciggy and ended up having a 15-minute chat with him out there, and he was just a lovely bloke. Lovely. So
Was he the hotel? He was the hotel.
The chief, like, concierge.
Yeah, the concierge.
Yeah,
That's what I knew. I was thinking, where have I seen him? I forgot about Made in
There
Manhattan.
you go. So, yeah, lovely.
Really exciting time for Aussie music at the moment, and you've just met the boys who are on top. 5 Seconds of Summer?
5 Seconds of Summer. They come up with that name in about 5 seconds. Look, they're 4 boys from Sydney's northwest. They're all teenagers, and they got together at school, and they have now topped the charts in the last month in the UK, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, and number 2 on the US Billboard chart, as well as here. Their song, She Looks So Perfect. Now, only 4 Australian bands have ever gone to the top of the UK charts, and I'm talking The Seekers. Who else? Men at Work, Madison Avenue, and
Madison Avenue, yeah,
Don't Call Me
Baby.
Baby. And now these guys with their song She Looks So Perfect, which you can hear.
It's an unreal song. And they just came out of nowhere, didn't they? They were just, you know, so someone looked up one day and thought, oh my God, this band has got, you know, 200,000 hits on its video
YouTube.
or whatever.
Well, that person happened to be Louis from One Direction. And he was looking on YouTube and thought, gee, these guys aren't bad, and then invited them to join their tour, which is kind of how they got the big audience. But they're not a boy band, I have to stress this. So
they look like
let's hear from one of the fans themselves. Here's what the fuss is about.
No. Well, they're just a lot more talented than a boy band. They write their own music, they play instruments, unlike some other boy bands, which we won't name. One Direction. Yes, One Direction.
Well, that's
So
nice,
there you
isn't it?
go.
One Direction gives them their big break and then they just turn around and smack
But the
it.
difference is they do write their own songs and they do play instruments.
yeah.
They're a rock band.
They are.
Oh,
So
that's
they were fans lining up outside the Enmore Theatre ahead of their gig last night. They'd been there since the night before just to get a good posse. So let's chat to the boys themselves. I know you're dying to hear what they're like. Were you the cool kids at school?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we were.
We sure were. So cool.
We at lunchtimes we just used to just play music and
We'd be in the music room. We'd be like the weird guys that would have the really skinny legs.
We were the weird guys. We definitely were the weird guys. At my school, I didn't even have these guys. I was a lone wolf. I was just doing musical things on my own.
So you wanted to be in a band, you wanted that. Did you possibly imagine that you'd have this kind of success in such a short period of time?
I think we keep saying, like, when you start a band, like in school, you don't think that it's anything more than just having a laugh and just kind of hanging out and like.
It's a good Australian term. Having a laugh.
Having a laugh,
That's
you know. And then even like with the band name, it was just like, we need a band name. Let's pick this one. And then it's just.
I mean, we're the kids who sat on YouTube watching our favourite bands like Green Day and stuff like that for months and years, and then when you get the chance, you go, oh, I want to do that.
So they've gone from school kids to this worldwide fame. They get mobbed everywhere from Melbourne to Milan, wherever they go. It's like that Bieber fever type of thing.
And their hair just goes in so many different directions.
Which is the important part of it.
You're one to talk about
Let her finish.
So how have they dealt with that sudden change in their situation, their life?
People lined up there like 2 days ago or something. That's just like dedication to a new level. I really do think that we are the greatest fans in the world.
We do. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. They are. They're the greatest fans in the world to us. I mean, they're the best.
But I've seen on the video, I've seen girls in Milan, so as far flung as Italy, wherever you go in places that don't speak the same language, and they're holding up signs with your names on it. What does that do to your head when you're getting...
You know what? It's me and the boys. We're very in touch with each other. We touch each other. No,
we're finding out a lot more than I bargained for.
We're just very we keep each other grounded. Like it's like we're in Milan and people like our band for some reason. It's kind of like.
It's very weird.
When there's a sign, it's kind of like, are you making fun of me? Is it real?
That's exactly what we keep asking ourselves. Is it real? It's crazy.
Are you all single? Have you got girlfriends? What's the current situation?
We're actually all married.
Okay.
Several kids.
Oh, good. Yes, we have been busy. My word.
Really? My answer is just single.
No, we're all
Definitely struggling with the mortgage.
They're kind of a little bit cute.
100%.
I feel like a cougar.
They're only 17, 18 and 19, Sarah, so keep yourself nice.
All right. Thank you very much, Angela Bishop. After the break, the photo shoot that has Rihanna and Beyonce in hot water. We'll show you why shortly as well. A little later, this is coming up.
He's the master hypnotist who holds 2 world records for putting people under his spell. And today, Peter Powers works his magic on members of the Studio 10 crew. What crazy antics will they get up to? OMG. Stick around, Peter Powers weaves his hypnotic charm next on Studio 10. Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. You're getting...